Hello everyone, welcome back to Ansarkari. So we are taking up next set of 40 questions from 2014 CSAT paper. So we have to start from question number 41. So here, this is again a mathematical question. We have a set of data on the population and the income, and we have to identify which is the correct trend as per the options given to us. So which one of the following statements is correct? So I didn't solve it completely, but on the basis of certain calculations, I believe it should be income has increased by 10% or more every year. Option B.
Option C, 41 का.
It is option C. Okay,
Yes,
we'll
yes.
recheck this and calculate it again. Question 42. So we have to find out the value of X here. So identifying what is the pattern. So it is like 29 minus 13 plus 2 will give us 18. Similarly, this pattern is also followed in the third row, which states 30 minus 27 and plus 0. It should be 3. So it is like last jo third term hai, it is 2, 1 and 0. So it is decreasing by 1. So second row mein jo hoga 33 minus x plus 1 should be 19. So the value of x should be 15. Then 43. Here again, on the basis of pattern, we have to identify what is going to be the next pattern. So I believe it should be option A. Because here
Option
we
B.
calculate the number of circles which are there, so it is decreasing in every row. Like it is in the topmost, it is 4, 3, 2. Then in the second one, it is 3, 2, 1. And in third, it should be 2, 1 and 0.
Yes, Mansi, option A.
Then in 44, we have to calculate what are different routes from S to T without retracing from U or V. So on the basis of this, it should be 18 routes.
Option B.
Then 45, again, we have to identify the pattern. So it is option B. It was like, it's easy. If you check, there are only two options available in terms of this, the circle and the shaded area and the non-shaded area. So it should be option B.
Option B.
In 46, so in such types of questions, we have to calculate the LCM of the numericals which are given, the values which are given. In this case, like if it states that a bell rings every 18 minutes, second bell after 24, third after 32. So you calculate the LCM first, and then it is also given that if all these three bells they ring at the same time at 8 o'clock in the morning, what is going to be the next time when they will be ringing together. So since there are three bells, so LCM comes out to be 288. Now you divide it by 60, because again 1 hour has 60 minutes, so you will get the value as 4:5. So in hours it turns out to be 4.8. So 8 o'clock plus 4.8 hours will give us 12.40 hours.
Option B.
Option B.
Yes.
Okay, we'll revisit the calculation. Then we have a small passage. So it states price is not the same. So we have to find out, the writer wants to say that if prices of all these things they were doubled, so what option is most appropriate? So I believe it should be the value of money only would be halved because prices have doubled. D option.
Option D.
In 48, we have again a numerical. So it's easy, like we have again person A has 10 rupees, which is 80% for a ticket fare for two persons in a bus. Another person has 3 rupees. So in total, we have to calculate. So if 80% is 10 rupees, 100% would be 12.5 rupees. So option C is most appropriate here.
Option C.
49. Again, we have like we are given only one thing, that is there are 18 installments which equals 60% of the total loan that was refunded. We have to calculate how many total installments are there. So if 60% is equal to 18 EMIs, 100% would be how much? So simply use unitary method. So it will be 30 EMIs in total.
Option C.
Then in 50, again, it is simply on the basis of the formula for speed, distance, and time. So we are given two situations. So firstly, you will make you can say equations. And then if we calculate the distance of the factory, so in this case, the distance should be 5 kilometers.
Option C.
Now we have again small passage. Liberty therefore is never real unless government can call to account when it invades the rights. So the best justification should be D according to me.
Option D.
Moving on, again we have a passage. So on this basis, free market system, apologist of the free market system believe ability of the market to self-correct.
Option C.
Reference to ideological bias, then free market is fair and competent.
Option C.
Exercise of private greed will be in the larger public interest from the passage. So amongst all these statements, I believe only one is correct.
Option C. 1 and 4.
C. Okay, 4. Ignores resultant gross inequity. Then another passage, the lengthier one. So we have questions on this. So passage, what are the reasons? So amongst all these, I believe 2, 3, and 4.
Option C.
Then here, rural roads, they should be domain of the public sector only because private sector cannot have monetary gains in this.
Option B.
In portfolio, composition of the government refers to mix of the government investment, different industrial sectors.
Option C.
And then author prefers government is the empire and private sector as players because option A is the appropriate one.
Yes, Nancy. Option A.
Sorry?
Option A.
Okay. Now we have certain numericals or logical based questions. So we are given there are 8 poets. First 4 are medieval period. The next set is modern poets. So we have to identify, like if this year the question is asked on poet A. So on the basis of all the information that we have to guess that this year's paper is most likely to contain a question about which poet. So it should be E.
Option B.
Then moving on. 60. So in a group of 6 women, there are 4 dancers. All this information is given to us. So I've written it down here, and we have to check that if Pooja is an actress, like who among the following is certainly dancer या फिर violinist. So it should be Tanuja. We should fit both these conditions.
Option D.
Now we have letters are given this, and then there are 9 integers from 1 to 9, which is to be assigned to these different letters. Now we are given certain information. 4 is assigned to P. Then difference between P and T should be 5. Between N and T it should be 3. So on that basis, what should be the value assigned to N? So it should be 6.
Option D.
Now here again, the number of deaths among the army personnel is 8 in 1000. Among civilian, it's 20 per 1000. So what can be the inference drawn from this data? It should be option D.
Option D.
Now, buses are the cause of more accidents than cars, and trucks cause fewer accidents than buses. So conclusion can be that truck drivers are more skilled than either the car or the bus drivers.
Option D.
Option D?
Yes, Mansi.
Okay. This was a little confusing, so okay, option D is the correct. Now we have again a small passage. So we have to identify which can be the assumption on the basis of it. So I believe none of them fits. So option D should be correct.
Option B.
Option B, military fills in the political vacuum.
Yes, Mansi.
Okay. Then we have 4 persons are given. Again, a mathematical question we have to solve. So who has the maximum amount of money? It should be Alok. Because either it would be Alok or Dinesh. So here if we calculate, we are given with this all this set of information. We calculated this putting the values in the first equation, all this given data. When you solve, so you will see that this is a final equation. So A would be having 5 rupees more than D. So D will also not have maximum amount. D is for Dinesh. So it would be Alok.
Option A.
Now here again certain data. So we have to find out that we attends just one subject in a day. Sunday is free, then the person is also free on which day? It should be Friday.
Option D.
Which option?
D. Friday.
D. Okay. Here we have again a simple data given. So in a row, A is in the 11th position from left, B is 10th from right. So you can just simply write like this, and if A and B they are interchanged, then A becomes 18th. So earlier A was at 11th. Now if here B was at early position. Now if that got interchanged, A would be at 18. So we get the difference between these two positions would be 6. And how many persons are there in a row other than A and B? So it should be 25.
Option C.
Now here we have one question based on Pythagoras theorem. We are given the value of this and this. We have to calculate this. So simply use the Pythagoras theorem formula, which is this square plus this square is equal to the hypotenuse square. So it should be 13.
Option B.
Now again on the basis of time, we have a question which is for speed, distance, and time. So this is the distance between the two places, two people. Oh, sorry, it is places A and B, 160 kilometers. So they start 8:10 a.m. Speed of the cars are given to us, and they will meet each other at what time? So we have to calculate the relative speed. So relative speed when the objects are moving in the opposite direction is, we have to total them, we have to add them. So 50 plus 30 will give us 82 with the relative speed. Now simply put that in time distance speed formula, you'll get 2 hours. So 2 hours plus 8 hours and 10 minutes. So it'll be 10:10 a.m.
Option A.
Then again we have a passage. So these are the simple ones. Author's children, they held his hands firmly because they were scared of the barking dog. So A option.
Option given here. 170.
Okay. Here it should be the dog was restless and ferocious. A option. What is the correct here, Divya?
75 तक given नहीं है 70.
75 तक no answers are given.
Yes, no answer.
Okay. So you can see these are not so confusing. So I believe you can get the right answer as well. So another passage. So you can just verify your answers from the answers that we have chosen. So coming to 76th question. If third day of a month is Monday, which one of the following will be the fifth day from 21st of this month? So fifth day from 21st would be 26th. We have to calculate which day it would be on 26th. So simply in such types of questions, you have to calculate the number of odd days. Now it should be Wednesday.
Option C.
Then again a question where total tickets sold were 420, the number of tickets. Then half of these tickets were sold at rupees 5, half of 420 is 210. Then one third of the rest half which are left at rupees 3. So 70 tickets at 3, and then whatever is left, which is 140, sold at 2 rupees. So we have to calculate the total amount that is received, or total revenue, you can say. So we'll just multiply these and then add them. So we'll get 1540.
Option C.
Option C or B? It should be B.
C. C answer. Option C.
Option C.
Yeah.
So I think 1/3 of it is asking, then it should be 1/3 of the total which are there. But how it can be 1/3 when we see that half of the tickets are already sold at rupees 5? So I believe 1/3 should be of the tickets which are left. Did you calculate this, Divya?
तरह से मैंने सोल्व किया था जैसे आपने किया, मेरा भी सेम आंसर था ऑप्शन बी, पर आंसर की में ऑप्शन सी गिवन है, तो टोटल में से 1/3 कर.
Now this is again a question on the relations and the family. So we have to, like, you can write it down here. and whatever information is given. So as to simplify this, so profession of B should be judge.
Option A.
And here, which of the following are couples? So two couples, AD and BC.
Option C.
And the profession of D should be stenographer.
Option B.
All right, so we are done with the next set of 40 questions and we are done with 2014 paper. So next Sunday, we'll take up first 40 questions from 2015 CSAT paper, so you can solve and you can be ready with your answers so as to go through the right answers or to go through the correct solutions if you have any kind of doubt. So that's all for the day. Thank you so much for joining us on Ansarkari. Stay tuned for further detailed sessions with us.